Hello. I don't have an intro planned, so today's intro is going to be another spontaneous intro. My eyes are closed. I'm formulating the words. Wow. Today's intro is the Sun Tzu intro? Like, am I okay? The intros that where I close my eyes and think of something have been the Spice Girls, a tree, and Sun Tzu. Am I good? Uh, yeah, Sun Tzu, Art of War. Yeah, for this intro, I will Google the Art of War, and I will read the first quote from the Art of War that I see. There's a bunch of videos on it. Wow. Alright, well, there's no easy, There's a review of Club Penguin? Am I losing my mind? What are these reviews? Wait a minute. Is every review of Sun Tzu's The Art of War just absurd? They are. This guy's reviewing it as if it were Club Penguin. This guy's reviewing it as if it were an RPG game. Favorite character from Sun Tzu's Art of War is Technoblade. Okay. Alright, well, that's the end of this intro. Didn't really go where I expected it, but you know what? I thought about maybe, I was like, I might just cut this and redo the intro, but that doesn't feel right. It's not 5 a.m. again. Today it's 8 p.m. It is the 26th of December. We got 5 days left in the year. And I checked, there's no Allied Clan request. It might just be because of the fact that I'm recording these so early. You gotta get in pretty quick. But you know how it is. Anything I got for you today? Not particularly. If you're a long-time viewer and you've been watching since before Monster Train and you want to see some Ratropolis, I will be streaming Ratropolis all this week, so at the very least, if you can't see the regular stream, you can always check out the VODs if you're itching for Ratropolis. I'll probably bring some Ratropolis content over to YouTube at some point as well. But yeah, anything else? I don't think so. I hope you're having a nice day today. Don't forget to like the video, comment the video, subscribe the video. We're melting Hellhorned, which is fine. We have Plating Seal, Daedalus, Cursefell, Diligent Seraph, Molded Vent, Wicked Blaze. Great start if they show me like one draft for us to just commit all the way on reforming. And I'm very much down for that. Tempered Talisman is really nice with a torch starter and a vent starter as well. Boon of the Blacksmith is also good, but this is a clan that is weak into Hellhorn, or sorry, Melting Primary is weak in the backline, so having the Hellhorned upgrade is nice. I mean, I'm not gonna take Dark Calling. I don't think it's playable. I mean, it's playable, but it's not fun. I don't like it. Harvest is fine for this plan. I'm gonna not give Apprentice of Light bonus attack also. It's very warm in here today. I feel very, very warm. Even though it's the middle of winter. The dead of winter, if you will. You should play Dead of Winter. It's a really good board game. Picked it up and watched it, or picked it up because I watched it on, was it Will Wheaton's show, Tabletop, back in like 2016? Really fun. Yeah, I'm okay to play Train Steward like this. I think. Then I don't want to kill this 5-1, although I'm just gonna have to ping him. That's all. I just have to ping him off. That's what it is. I have another vent in here. No, I have 3 torches. 1 torch has to go here. I want to get these kills onto Rector is the holdup. I'm gonna do this. This is actually a bit of a thinker. You hit me for 3, you're gonna hit me as well, but that's okay. Alright, so I'll just put the dreg here. If I draw 2 torches, we're losing very little. And I have to draw at least 1, right? I think it's fine to play it like this, then. Okay. This round I'm just gonna look for a lot of reform. I want to commit to melting reform plan. We'll do it with imps, we'll do it with, you know, whatever they want to show us here. I'm not picky, personally. 21. I will do this. And here we have a dragon, a train steward. Just ping the 5-1. There's no reason to be absurd here. We're taking 6, which is not a big deal. Not a big deal. Although we could still potentially lose it here, I suppose. Nah, we're fine. The extra +1 attack on Harvest Rector ends up being pretty useful. Back before, when he was just +5 health, he was a lot less good. But he has become pretty good with the change, I think, because you can survive in the early game a lot easier. Molten Casement is good here. And Ritual Battle looks pretty juicy. I don't need Hornbreak or Vent, so I'm down to go with Ritual Battle. We pick up a Branded Warrior, something like that. We put down Rector with the Stealth Tomb in front and a Branded Warrior behind. We give that Branded Warrior multi-strike and we're probably winning. Although as it appears here, I'm just bad at the game, and we're not going to be seeing Branded Warrior before Daedalus. So we're gonna hope for, I don't know, I guess the other unit, the Paraffin Thug. He just got buffed too. Probably not going to be buying any of these. Oh, never mind. Huh. So you got Legion of Wax here now, and Legion of Wax, if we take it and we see any of the Legion of Wax enablers, we just scale like crazy. The problem is just that we are not handling heavies at all if I pick Legion of Wax. I think it's fine. It's not a huge investment, and we have the large stone. If there weren't a large stone here, I would skip this, but because there's a large stone here, I'll take it because we have 50% of the upgrades we would want to see. And yeah, we can just like slam trials and such. I am gonna eat a little bit of damage here, but it's okay. Maybe I should have taken the unit draft to look for the... what was the unit? Branded Warrior is what I said. It doesn't really matter, I guess. I can just put Multi-Strike and Rage onto Legion and that's fine too. Are you kidding me? He gets away. That's crazy. I drew 3 Train Stewards and a Deadweight. Unlucky. But no, the what I was gonna say here is I believe that the rage will not pass down if he dies. I'm fairly certain. Rage doesn't decay. Or rather, it doesn't get passed on. If I do this, I think I might... I mean, I'm closer to the kill if I do this, right? What are you at? So I want to play... 64... yeah, I'm okay to play this like this. I'm gonna take 10, and that's fine. A shame, but, you know. It was expected. I knew that that heavy was gonna go by me, but I figured, hey, I want the money, it's not gonna be a lot of damage, and it was fine. We got the Legion, so we're not gonna die to Daedalus here. I am confident. We pick up a multi-strike relatively quickly, we'll be in a good spot as well. Dripfall is really nice to pick up here. We're moving away from the draft plan, we're now moving into the Dripfall plan. I'm not going to play a super reform strat, I'm just going to rage up my Legion of Wax and hope I find multi-strike for it, is the plan here. So yeah, I will take Ritual. And we have the money so that we can... Oh, there's no magic shop here. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Okay. Given that, I'll go left. We can get a Rage Relic, which would be really good. The one that's really strong here is 3 Rage on entry, because I think the Legion, when he splits, gets 3 Rage on split. Ah, Collection of Tales works too. Consumed Crown is also pretty good, but I'll take Collection of Tales. I wanted to have I wanted to have Paraffin Thug here as like something to put behind Rector to help mitigate the heavies a bit. Wickless Tycoon is okay though. He's money. We won't take another unit. Trap Shoot and Pulley Claw might not actually be bad to grab one of these here. I'll take Trap Shoot. It might help us split heavies up a little bit. Plus, the other reason I'm taking Trap Shoot is it's a 0 cost exhaust card and Diligent Seraph. So it's not like it's not going to be a bad pickup in the long term. We're pretty light on spells because we're melting primary as well. Losing space top 4 is a little awkward. Do this. I think that my Legion... It's a shame we draw the Ritual Battle this turn, but we're pretty close anyway. I'm gonna ping this guy off. I'm gonna take 2. It's fine. Hopefully we draw a Vent or something similar. Ah, Dripfall's interesting. Yeah, our harvesting is pretty bad. I need like... I want to get the Awoken Spikes upgrade or something like that here. That's what I would really like to see. Okay. This is what we'll do here. Although he's gonna be dazed, I think that it's fine. He's gonna be dazed a lot. He's gonna miss like 2 rounds, but if I leave him up there, I guess maybe it was better to leave him up there. It's just possible that I'm dying here. 9 damage, this will be 5, and then this will be 7. Okay, I wiped this floor. That's good enough. It's tight, it's very, very tight here. Oh, look at this, 23 damage even. How about it? Missing that Ritual of Battle is hurting us a ton here, and also losing space top 4. Like, this is a really, like, genuinely brutal go of it we're having here. It is absolutely rough, but we're getting 24 damage through this Apprentice. I'm gonna take another 4. Like, we're not at risk of dying, per se. It's just a lot of damage, but as long as we don't die, which, you know, maybe we're gonna die. Again, I missed the Ritual, but I'm pretty sure that this Legion of Wax with Large Stone will just kill Daedalus for us. So. Also, this Ritual is only worth, like, 20 damage because of the mechanic with Daedalus. Although this is +3, hang on, 18. I can play Ritual here. That's fine. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter, because he'll get hit twice and then the rage goes away. But let's find out actually. Because if rage does get passed down, it's insanely good. I'm like confident it doesn't. Oh, I should have reformed. I missed 10 gold here. It's only 5. But still, I missed 5 gold. I guess I can still get 5 gold here. Or no, I can't. Does rage get passed down? No, it doesn't. Doesn't matter. Also, what an auditory nightmare. Oh my god. You know, for all my fear, it was only 6 damage, so fine. It was a tight 6 damage though. We did not hit one of the good cards here. We definitely did not hit a good card here. We were looking for Intent on Death. That was the good card to see. Alloy is okay as well, but I think that this is a skip. A shame. Could go a slightly different path with Welder Helper and be in a different position here, but alas. Do I take Branded Warrior? If I do, I have to send away Wickless Tycoon. The big problem is that Branded Warrior really needs multi-strike, and Legion of Wax also needs multi-strike, so they're vying for the same upgrade. I think it's fine. And this is definitely energy with Curse Spell. a 2-cost unit, 2 rituals. This is definitely a curse spell or a energy first sort of run. And then we can take draw. So we're gonna just look through steel shops. Quick. Not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. And I'm going to remove Tycoon now because I don't like having this many draw priority units. He did his job of generating like maybe 10 gold. And show me multi-strike. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this health though. Health is the second best upgrade for Legion of Wax, if we don't see multi-strike here. I'm going to take a look at the map. We have another steel shop. We're chilling. I'll go so far as to pay 60 on a card remove. We're okay. The interesting question here, do I pivot off of Harvest Rector here and just go into Burnout anyway? Like, it actually might be not the worst, just because I think Harvest is going to be mostly worthless. I'm going to take Harvest, because I think that a very reasonable line to winning this run is multi-strike rage stacking Brandon plus just like a held over vent and an endless on the stealth tomb. I'm not going to take the Spikes trial here. Like, there's a lot of different ways to go about winning this run, I think. The Legion of Wax is cool, but it doesn't have to be our win condition. Especially not with this Rage doesn't decay. I'm going to put this up here. I know it blocks my Legion, but it catches the Collector. So, you know, kind of a trade-off. Also, I can just throw... I can't throw Legion down here. I'm a fool. It's okay. We're plagued by the eternal question of how am I ever getting Brandon his first kill. Also, I wonder if this is just like a toss. I wonder if I threw this. We'll see. It's gonna be pretty rough here. Dripfall on the one turn that we needed to not see Dripfall 2. We need a Dripfall, like really want a Dripfall on one of the next 2 turns. Wow, we're in a really bad spot here. Gonna really regret taking Tempered Talisman now. It's so hard to get his first kill. I definitely, what I think here is, in hindsight, I should have set up differently. If I lose this combat, like if I die on this combat, I'm gonna replay it. Because I think that, looking at it now, there was definitely a smarter way to play it. Clearly. I don't think I die here, but I do want to replay it anyway. I want to see how big of a difference it makes. I'm going to. You can join in the hatred here, if you so desire. But this is a, I make this mistake with, like, Legion of Wax and Gorge Penumbra. If we look at this setup, right, we lose space on the bottom floor. You can probably guess where this is going. But basically, I don't have to put Legion on the top floor, right? It's a mistaken thought process, I guess is how I would put it, right? Where, in my mind, one of the habits that I built from the early days of playing this game is you always put whatever your boss killer is on the highest floor. However, there is no reason to do that in this combat, right? Like, we're not in a position where we're in trouble if I do that. We're not in a position where I'm in trouble if I play Legion on the middle floor, right? We're on combat floor. It doesn't matter if he's played on middle or top. It only really matters on Seraph and Fel. So, I would go so far as to say it's beneficial to play him on the middle floor because Branded Warrior is weak right now. Brandon needs a little help to get his first kill. Therefore, the much more, like, clear and good plan is something like this. This is how you should actually play it out. And then you just drop Legion of Wax here. And, like, I know. Wow, you put the drag down when you knew your next draw. Yeah, but, like, when I replay a combat like this, I try to make the decision I would have made the first time through. So, like, in this position, I think I would put the drag here, because what are the odds you draw the Molten in case of the next turn? Even though we know we're going to. I don't care. It's fine. 7 damage. I think I want to hold. I'm just gonna chill here. Nah, I shouldn't. What if my next turn isn't a backline clear? Wow, look at that. We still end up taking less damage, but we're now poised to take less than less damage, if that makes sense. We're not just gonna get clocked here. I'm gonna split the 9-2 away. We're only gonna take 5, and then we're gonna eventually get Brandon his first kill. Right. There it is. I trap shoot you out of here. Super, like, and once you get the first one, it gets a lot easier as well. I just really need to see multi-strike, right? At the end of the day, this run is hamstrung by multi-strike entirely. We are going to live and die on the back of finding the multi-strike. And I'm going to double ping here. Branded Warrior, Legion of Wax, they both just really need one thing. Oh hey. I think that when you reform them, A, I can't place it, but B, I think if you reform Legion of Wax, the reform burnout debuff gets passed down. I remember losing because of this, and I was like, what the fuck, that doesn't seem like that's how that should work, right? Why does reform get passed down but other things don't? Great question, I don't know. Do not have a good answer for you here. Yeah, you can see here that Legion doesn't kill the boss, but that's fine because it doesn't have to. I don't really think it's bad for me to be replaying combats when I go, hey, we could have done this in a much cleaner and like more correct way. I don't think it's a bad idea. Damn, Endless Tome. If only if we get Endless Tome does kinda... Nah. I mean, we can make something out of this, but it's not super good. Just because Legion takes up so much space, I think that it's worth skipping. I have a really, really strong Imp run. You see Welder Helper, Transcendent, and Impish Scholar? This is the sort of run that just gets, I think, broken out of control. Okay, I need to see at least one multi-strike. I think that without at least one multi-strike, we are going to lose. Okay. It's just been large stone quick every time. Yeah, like, I really just don't think that we will win. I'm down to take Bone Shine here. Without, like, all of the thinking and planning we do, I don't know if we're going to be defeating Seraph without at least one multi-strike. Who gets that multi-strike? Excellent question. I feel like it has to go on Branded Warrior, but I don't know. We're pretty weak. I shouldn't be clicking this. Will the Branded Warrior plan work out? Okay, also let's think about this now. The second round is the one that we want to be looking out for with the tank and then the stealth and then the heavy. I think I set up the same way here. So, I'll just toss this drag. Like right now this Legion of Wax is just kind of existing. It's not making any sort of massive impact. I mean, I guess I did half health the boss with just large stone, so it's like a low investment to just chunk out bosses is, I guess, how it seems. Just descend you. Okay, this is a much better position than I would have expected here. Minus 3 damage, what the hell? Throwing. Play 3 torches. We can get a better Bone Shine than this. Absolutely. Because, like, if I play it there, I'm playing it and then taking 6, which is fine, right? We're gaining 20 and taking 6, but I can find a better turn, for sure. I'm pretty sure I can find a better turn in this combat to do that. I'm gonna send you out of here for now. They split the Legion. Harvest Rector with, yeah, this is the better turn, by the way. Look at that, the Bone Shine event isn't completely god-awful. How about it? Harvest Vector plus Branded Warrior seems like a really cool combo to me. Look at Legion of Wax. Just almost kills Stealth Boss here. The weird thing here is that Harvest Rector is just getting so much rage that he's taking a lot of the kills now. Can you hear me over that sound effect, by the way? It is... They are so loud. Like, they're ridiculously loud. How silly. Memento Mori seems like an option here. We're struggling in the place that we're struggling is when they send 2 heavies, which is, you know, when they're 190s. Memento Mori is not going to make a big impact on a 190 though. Probably going to be worth like 50. Maybe at the end of the combat, but by then it's too late. Inferno is interesting. I think Inferno's pretty good here. I mean, if I kill my Legion of Wax, I just make it a little stronger for hitting heavies, and that's our big concern right now, because Rector and Branded Warrior just kill bosses, it seems like. Give it a shot. Right, and now like, the big problem here, and this is a problem that arises a lot of the time in the run, we didn't really power up a whole lot from this path, right? And by power up a whole lot, I mean we got 40 health back total, which is fine, but, you know, this path is similar, right? We're not getting a ton out of this. I'm going right, but I'm missing removals, but I'm gonna go for the upgrades into a Ritual of Battle, and we're gonna hope that we hit something good for it here. We'll see what they show us. Holdover is good. It is something. Take this down to 2 cost. It cost me all, the shop cost me all my money, but that is okay. Although maybe it's wrong. It's fine. We have a 75 here. Firestone housing. Oh boy. That's actually, this is a really good thing for Legion. I'm pretty sure I can just give Legion 2 plus 25s and it crushes now. But first we gotta survive Fell. Easier said than done. Although this is Curse Fell. By the way, I've pointed this out before. I think this is a bug. Curse Fell makes you only draw 4 cards on your first turn. I think I pointed this out in co-op recently. We're gonna do this. But when you start the combat, you only draw 4 cards, and then every other time that she puts a curse in your deck, you draw 5 cards. So I have no idea why Curse Fell is like this, but she's, like, if you ask me, I think she's broken. I need to not take 5 curses next turn. Because watch. Watch it here. We drew 3, 4, 5, and then she puts this one in. It's only on the first turn that she doesn't. And I think that that's super weird. I need to play Vent at 1 energy, so I'm going to play Ultimate Penance, and then I'm going to play Torch up here, and then I play Vent on this floor. Fine. I wonder if that is a bug that just no one has noticed. It could be. Branded Warrior is doing horribly, and it looks like we might just die to Fell again. Although, on this run, was there something to be done differently? I'm not sure. Great question. Draw Ritual sooner. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking eat it here. It's weird too, because I took... I should have played that a little differently. I took energy for Fell too, but I am just kidding. Like, this deck is super weak. I had to hit multi-strike and I didn't, so we're gonna take a ton. The only thing I could really think to do differently here is not pick Temperate Talisman. Maybe taking the other choice would make us not die here. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we barely hold on. No, I'm dead. Interesting, huh? Like, I wonder if there's something different that I could have done here. What am I supposed to do to not die on this run? It's just like, it feels really hard to ever win without seeing multi-strike in this clan combo. Maybe if I like, but the Impolate plan doesn't seem like it would work either. I don't know. Maybe the first unit draft? I skipped that very first unit draft? This run feels like it was pretty doomed, though. Yeah, it just feels like... This is one of those runs. I have a few of these runs where I just go, man, this run felt really fucking bad. Like, this run feels awful. Every now and then you have a run like this, and we've had two now. They're melting a number of runs that feel this way, where it's like, I lose and I go, man, that didn't feel good, that just felt shitty. Yeah. Like, I don't... Okay, this gave me a new secondary, so what the heck? I thought that the new randomized run was gonna give me a actually randomized run. But I guess it's because I played Hellhorned random, that makes sense. Thought it was gonna just give me Hellhorned melting again. Or melting Hellhorned, whatever. But yeah, I really don't know what to do differently in that run. The Legion of Wax and the Branded Warrior, and then I went to a bunch of shops and didn't see multi-strike. I don't know. I guess you go for a plan that doesn't rely on seeing multi-strike, but what is that? Maybe take space, play 2 Brandons, and... No, that sounds fucking rough, dude. That sounds rough, right? Because then you just get rushed down by curses. I don't know, maybe that run was just unwinnable with the plan that I took. Maybe you skip Legion and just play some other shit. Take Draft, take Lady of the Reformed. Who knows? Anyway. Lighting Seal Daedalus, Shadow, Arcus, Sapsera, Dripfall, Welder, Helper, Remnant, Host. Gonna move through this one a little quicker because I don't want to be here all night. You know, the 30-minute runs, ugh, gross. 30-minute runs are just, like a 30-minute loss that dies on 4-6 is super awkward because, you know, we've had 30-minute runs, but you can tell pretty quickly the trajectory of the run if you're watching. Oh, you know how it ends, right? But at the same time, you're gonna know how this one ends too. So, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's really frustrating when I lose a run like that, I feel like, because what do you, like, I'm every time that I lose a run in this game and at the end of the run I'm just sitting there going, okay, but like, what could I have done differently? It feels bad for me. Usually, there's a pretty clear, this is where I could have done better sort of takeaway from runs, and those runs I don't really get. I'm not like, oh man, can't believe I lost that. But what's the different play on that last run? It's gotta be, it's not like, in the path that I took, I don't think that there was a way to survive that fell. I don't want any of these. Ritual Battle, probably fine here. We have some multi-striking goons. I think that Harvest Rector plus Branded Warrior is a pretty solid plan. This is gonna be a pass. I don't want to take Wickless Tycoon and then just toss him again. Although, again, we are on a double melting banner sort of situation here, so I'm not feeling too good here. I'm gonna skip. Maybe I'm just gonna play, like, have Train Stewards do everything here sort of run. They already have multi-strike. There's another multi-strike. Take Wickless Baron. Wickless Baron, give him Rage and multi-strike and just power up with that. I'm down to give it a shot. You could do it with Paraffin Thug too, but I think Wickless Baron is an interesting one. We'll see how this plan works out. We have the train stewards to carry us through the early game here. I'm gonna throw one of these guys a plus 25. Can hang on to one of them and just let them push a decent amount of value for us. We want to pick up something to clear backline in this run as well. We can get a consistent backline clear to work with Rector, we'll be in a better spot. The train stewards are going to do most of the work here. I'll put you two up here. The train stewards really will just carry us through this early game with this setup though, like they're going to crush it. We have Remnant Host to also feed into the harvest plan quite a bit. Could have torched him, but this is already over, right? Once I ping that, yeah. Fine. Fucking beat him down with Train Steward. Just keep smacking him. Molded is good. Dripfall's also fine, but we already have two. Molded's good to bring back Remnant Host or just another round from a Train Steward. I am good with that. And, okay. We have everything we need to win this run set in stone here. Maybe pick up like a duplicate on Ritual of Battle or something like that. But we hit the upgrades that we want to hit for Wickless Baron, which is just multi-strike, so I can focus on making the deck better. It's a big area of like issue, I think. Firestone Housing's good. Like, sure, I can make use of the steel shops, but if I don't see something that's like, oh, I have to see this specific get here. If I don't see that, we're not gonna like lose the run from this position, right? One Horn's Tome is really bad here. Again, talked about it in yesterday's episode, right? The nerf to One Horn's Tome really only nerfed it for Hellhorned Secondary. Like, I can't put this on Rector. I can't put this on Wickless Baron. There's no way. Remnant Pact is okay. I can put that on Wickless Baron, and then if the floor dies, he can just move up. Yeah, I should probably play more with Remnant Pact, honestly. It seems like it's better than I give it credit for being. I usually find that Endless is a negligible effect in a run like this, but who knows? Maybe it'll have like one shining moment where we crush because of it. It is possible. Okay, play these clowns mid-floor. Makes more sense this way. Put a Train Steward down here. The advanced prototype is a really strong starter here. Making these Train Stewards really slap. I want to put the drag down in front, I think. You die. Probably like this. What I should have done is I should have played Welder Helper and then drip falled him. I'm gonna drop this. Do that play. That seems right. Once they scale up just a touch, they start to get really powerful. Like even, well, basically they get to that point where they start wiping entire floors themselves, and then you go, oh yeah, that looks pretty good, huh? Oh, I say that. You can say whatever you want about them. I think it looks pretty good. But the scaling on Wickless Baron is slow. It is worth mentioning. It's very slow. He's only gonna get 3-3. 3-3 when your enemies have 45 health? Crazy. Like 245s, you get 3-3 and you're crushing them. And the enemies are 190 health though. We're looking at maybe a little bit more of a, you know, more of a tricky one. Give it to the Baron here. Yeah, we hold over that vent and we buff up the... What is it? What is it? The Ritual of Battle. Yeah, sure. This is worth more than 20 here. 322 off of Train Stewards, huh? That's tough, buddy. But we just need to pick up spell upgrades, and spell upgrades are typically a lot more flexible, so we can do a lot of different things here. to... I mean, holdover is not super flexible, but we can mimic holdover by just taking draw and duplicating a bunch of cards. And then removing the bad ones. Probably not going to be taking any of these. Impalade at 30 is interesting, but I don't want to commit more imps to this run. Get out of here, Big Sludge. Big Sludge is just like... Big Sludge puts Wickless Baron to shame, but Big Sludge doesn't have multi-strike. And also he's 3 space, so he's super awkward. Would love to take Big Sludge, but he's just like... Big Sludge is a unit that's really, really strong when he works, but he's usually just a little too big. And maybe just a little too sludge. Just a little bit too sludge. What do we got? We have a magic shop here. I'm gonna path steel shop first because it's more convenient to go here now with the removals right here. Now I don't want to remove all of the train stewards. I'm going to remove 1 before, and then 1 torch. I'll probably do 1 and 1 on the next 2 spots, and then I'll just start pulling torches. Yeah, I could just make this guy an absolute monster. What the hell? 25 times 2, 78? 78 health on this train steward? That's crazy. Is it worth it though? It's 115 gold. I probably shouldn't, even though I want to. Just make him do 20 times 2. I want to, don't get me wrong. Quick. What do I want on Wickless Baron? Because he gets the health and damage scaling, I probably just want to give him, like, I don't know, quick is sometimes bad. I guess it's fine. Sometimes I think quick is bad there, though. Pull another torch. Fine. Keep it rolling on the harvest plan here. Looking alright. Not looking too terrible. Definitely don't want to take Spell Shield on this combat. The enemies that spawn behind the boss are the 9/2s, which will, you know, they won't crush me, but they'll be scary. Enough of a fright that I am not going to, not gonna tempt fate. We have the vent and we have some torches, but I guess the real lobby for it is we have these big train stewards who are not afraid of anything, but you know, I think that they will still get overrun. They're, you know, falling off a bit, to say the least. Wait, you don't kill this guy off of that? That's crazy. Huh. I definitely thought this was dead. Unfortunate. Off by 2. Tragic. It's okay though. It's just a harvest mist, but we're not in any danger here. The Train Steward Relic is just very good, as you can probably imagine. And do something like this on this turn. Not dying yet, but he'll die soon enough. Guess I could have saved the Train Steward here. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters from this point anyway. May as well throw the Endless out, right? There's no reason not to. It's just free money. And by money I mean harvests. And it's a lot of harvests, mind you. Like, it's a lot of harvests. This Remnant host getting Endless is a very, very quick path to just outscaling everything. And overwhelming the enemies. Like, it's a lot. Very fast. And once we go through the deck the first time, this only has 11 cards in it, huh? That's kind of crazy. It's a lot of units here. No reason not to play this. I guess I take a curse for it, but it's fine. It's free damage. Yeah, this floor is pretty close to killing Sarah. We can definitely force this deck into working order. I am pretty confident here. Skip this. We don't want to add a ton. We need to make this deck a little more, because this is Sap Seraph. Yeah, we just make this deck more focused in on what it needs to do, which is get the first few kills, and then we're cruising. Probably spent a little too much on removals, but it's okay. Probably gonna toss the molded, although bringing back Remnant Host once is good. Plus 10 is good, although 120 holdover is more important. It's a 50-50 on this, holdover is a 25%. I'm okay with rolling first. Okay. Didn't see it. It is what it is. What was that? It was permafrost, remove, consume? Yeah. Okay. Fine. I'll probably take a quick look at the map here. Magic shop, fine. Don't want to take armor 15. Again, 10-2 spawn behind the boss. Even though we have the 10 on the vent, maybe it would have been fine. It probably would have been fine, actually. I don't think I had to be afraid of this. Yeah, I should be a little more aggressive when it comes to something like that. Good to play it like this because we get the collector, but, you know. Missing out on harvests, and the first few harvests are the most important ones. Although, I guess they're really not, because it's just I'm stacking rage over here. This floor is getting wiped. This floor is not getting wiped? Huh. I want you to not get 30 armor here. How do I do that? I drop you. Drop you. I drop something here. It doesn't matter which one, I guess. Really. Drop you. It's only 10 then, but the 10 doesn't really matter, right? Here's what I'll do. I'll torch this guy and then I'll just bring in a drag. That makes sense to me. Then he harvests none. Or he harvests 10 only. Which is fine. Get the remnant packed in here. Okay. I might even... I think that this is a run where I remove Welder Helper next. The train stewards are fine. Welder Helper is really awkward to play. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay. Bring back the train steward here. Just get him started, in case I see molded again. Yeah, like this. Really? I guess it's just like, it is a lot of harvesting when this goes off. Kinda shocking. It's very easy to underestimate how much you're gonna harvest off of this shit. It's a lot. I mean, it's just 3, right? But it's 3 every turn, which gets you hyperscaling. I believe is the terminology I would like to use here. Solid, right? Yeah. Wow, this guy fucking Rector gains health in this combat. Ridiculous. Yeah. So, I feel like the 190s are going to be our big challenge. I think that we should crush through most of this, though. Memento Mori actually does a pretty good chunk here because of the continuous death on the Remnant Host. So, I want to make an observation about this run compared to the last 2 runs, and what is that observation? It's a very simple one for you here. Basically, what's the difference between this run and the last 2 runs that we've had? The one earlier in this episode and the one from yesterday. When I pathed, I didn't have to path in such a way that drove me away from the removals because my game plan was already somewhat coherent, right? I was able to path in such a way where it was like, okay, yeah, I got multi-strike on my wickless Baron, so it doesn't really matter which way I go. So we can path in a way where we go, oh yeah, so I can just like hit this unstable vortex here, hit this one here, we get a steel shop and a magic shop, right? Whereas, and I guess it's not that big of a deal, but because we ended up pathing into the steel shop anyway, but like if I needed multi-strike, I would just be running into every steel shop no matter what, right? Here is where it's really going to show off, where it's like, yeah, if I needed multi-strike, I would just click left here. If this run still needed the multi-strike to survive. But since it doesn't, I can go to the right, we can pick up a few more nice spell upgrades, we can thin the deck out, we can make it more coherent. And maybe the secret strategy is to just thin the deck out, like, more. I'm removing Welder Helpers. by the way. But like maybe the secret strat that I'm missing here is just reform or remove cards anyway. Even if it's a situation where it's like, oh yeah, well I think I need multi-strike to win. Maybe you just click card remove anyway. Remove consume permafrost at every shop, by the way. I'm not mad, it's just funny. Aha. Good joke. It sucks, like it's not very good. The shops have been very rude today. They have been subpar, but it is okay. I like these two clowns on the top floor. They're gonna have actually maybe I just play them bottom floor here. It's free harvest in the early portion here. It's 4 harvests they miss out on. Yeah, I think this is okay. I don't see a reason why I can't do it like this anyway. And the dregs won't die if I play them on the bottom floor. And I don't want to miss out on my remnant host. Yeah. Oh, yo, you're farming me. Fuck. That sucks. They made a combat where dregs actually are just a negative. Look at this shit. Dregs are supposed to be so good. How could you do this to me? Unfortunate. I should not be double cursed here. That is like, it's really sad too because I probably missed out on I missed out on Vent or Ritual of Battle here, both of which would make a very big difference. So, you know. Also a good example of a turn where Quick is actually just bad. Oh well. Put the drag here and hope I don't get farmed again. Fine. I know that the Remnant Pact obviously is not on the 2 guys that we wanted on. I'm not super worried about it though. I will reform the Endless Tomb and it'll line up with the Pact at some point. Yeah, look at that. It's just that easy. All you gotta do is be good at the game. Boom. And you're done. I will drop you. This deck is like super clean once we get to this stage. I am taking 3 curses if I replay Remnant Host down here. Another situation where... I guess it doesn't actually matter here. Never mind. Take it back. I don't want these curses either. Yeah, go like this. Fine. I can, like, torch this guy one time, but I don't think that that's something worth thinking too much about. I wonder if this deck would die to Seraph. Memento Mori needs a little more time, I think. Which is rough, because this is a 6-round combat, right? Or is this 8-round? This might be an 8-round combat. Oh yeah, Burnout 1 on Remnant Host is griefing, I forgot. So it's actually really bad for the Remnant Host to get reformed once. Okay, I should remove the reform. That's not a good thing to have. It's not terrible, I guess, it's just not great. Reinforce, no thank you. Transcendent. Could have been cool, but I just popped out Welder Helpers. I'm fine with this. This is not an energy run. We are super fine on energy. I mean, it's Memento Mori is the only card that is more than 1 cost. And for the most part, 3 energy is going to be plenty. So it's draw. There's I guess, a consideration to be made for space, but I don't think it's space. And to the left, perhaps we see a cool upgrade here. I mean, you know, could take Wirestone if I took the space, but seems bad. Endless. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. What did I give you? I gave you Quick. May as well take his base up to 15 times too. Put the Endless on the Remnant Host so we don't have to do the dance. And I am going to toss Molded. These train stewards fall off a ton here now. They become a lot worse over the next 2 combats, but they've done their job. They have paid their dividends. Paid their dividends? That's not how you use that, is it? I don't think it is. I'm not. Do I sound like someone who's into stocks? No, thank you. Thinking about the stock market? Blech. Imagine thinking. Fire wings are gonna farm me a little bit. So it's a little concerning. I'm just gonna lose a lot of energy to them, but it's okay. But I want to, for Pyro Wings, I want to be spread so that I don't just constantly have energy down. Should play this here. Yeah, so we want the split to look like this, basically. So that these guys get Ember drained, and then there's nothing mid-floor to be Ember drained. It's worth drip falling here. Save the 15 health on one of our stewards. Because the game actually lagged when that particle effect played. It did not like that. Oh, buddy, it did not like that at all. I respect it. Thanks, drip fall. Fine. We're 10 cards left after we play everything. This is a run that could go infinite, of course. There's nothing too infinite on. Last time I said this, I was gifted an infinite within seconds of saying it, but I doubt that that will be the case this time. It would sure be horrible if they gave me Waxer Snuffer plus Votivary here, wouldn't it? Man, I would just hate that, wouldn't you guys? Oh man, that would just be terrible. Just absolutely atrocious, am I right, fellas? Look at these train stewards, like, actually holding it down in this combat, too. They put in a very, like, respectable amount of work here. What happens if I endless a cardless unit? It's immune. That's fucking weird. You can't put endless on a unit that's spawned from another unit. I guess it's not that surprising, it's just a little disappointing, I would say. I'm not shocked by this outcome though. I had a pretty solid feeling that it would be something like that, but, you know. I also had a little hope, I guess. This floor definitely kills Seraph. I don't think that there's much of a doubt about that. Turns out that one ritual battle plus multi-strike is good. Who knew? Skip this. And skip this. So we're in a position to just take whichever side removes 2 cards, because I don't have a, like, I could -1 Memento Mori, dupe ritual, but why? The answer why is because Sap Seraph might cause us issues, but, you know. I'm gonna pop out Remnant Pact and probably one of the Train Stewards here. They're gonna fall, like this Train Steward that's unupgraded. Let's take a look, I suppose, actually, at the upgrades before I do this. I can spend the rest of my money to make him good enough to stay. You know what? I will. Because I'm not going to spend my money on anything else. And I think that it makes sense to make these Train Stewards stronger. Seems fine. Because then I can remove something like Drag. Probably just Drag. Oh yeah, I already removed one. Never mind. It's fine. Okay. Sap Seraph could stop us just because he's gonna sap a lot, and we didn't get holdover for Vent. But we have an 18 card deck, so it's fairly reasonable to expect to kill every Shadewing, I think. And the ones that we don't, we have full health, basically, for the ones that we don't kill. 1, 2, 3 energy. So we're playing mid 4 here for sure, like this. Vent goes down here. Train Steward should go down. But missing Ritual of Battle feels like a mistake. I think I have to priority play this. So we play Ritual and Dripfall. I think I worry about scaling this floor the most. Train Steward is nice though too. He's helped scale this floor as well. But I save 15 health, so I think that this is better. I think that's the turn. Although having the Train Steward up would divert some sap as well, so worth considering that too. Ooh, buddy, this guy is gonna be a little thick. It's okay. We'll set up the Goon Squad. We can throw a ping out as well. How are we doing? Oh, buddy. Not great here. It is looking a little bit suboptimal, one may go so far as to say. I would really like to not take so much damage here. I don't think I have a choice, though. The thing that I really want to think about is playing these dregs here. I don't think I can afford to, but I really would like to. We're just gonna eat it a bit. We have the Pyre health to work with. It's just the big problem here is we're behind on vents, right? I'm behind and I'm gonna stay behind. Although this steward actually saves me, doesn't he? This train steward is the hero that saves us, isn't it? He's large! No! In our darkest hour, he was too thick. Oh, that is tragic. Oh, that is tragic. Okay. Wowee. So I just have to take 30 here, right? I think that that's the only real option here. I can't play in such a way where I try to like vent this floor because I'm gonna just fall way far behind and die. So I have to do this, it seems like, to me. And I should vent here. Or rather, I should torch here first. And I'll play this Train Steward, sure. He helps split the sap up. You die? You die. Okay. It's 34, by the way. The no holdover on vent is a very clear issue, but potentially it would have been good to duplicate the vent. Might have been a smart choice. You're going down. Huh. 10. I think I'd stop you so that you don't go to... Although I have to draw Vent next turn, right? Yeah, I draw Vent next turn with Memento Mori, so I can Memento Mori this guy away. You'll crunch through here. Vent clears this. I'm gonna Dripfall this guy then. Because I Vent this floor. And then I Memento Mori first. No, wait. Yeah, I do. Memento Mori first, and then I Vent. Do I want to do any more drip falling here? I don't think so. Let me see. I'm gonna play these drags out first. If I Memento Mori, which I am doing, you two die. I can just the game this lag, by the way, is the game this is the game doing the calculation for the combat preview. I've been taught a little bit of how the combat preview works through Dusk talking about it in the Discord, and I think it's interesting. Every time you do something like this, the game is like it runs the entire combat round again every time that you pull this up, and so much happens in this combat round that it actually slows the game down. I wonder if I could do this enough times that it crashes the game. It'd be kind of funny. Anyway. Our next turn is Dripfall Ritual. I could just like Dripfall this guy forever, right? I could just keep kicking the can down the road until I have a better time to, or until I have the right turn to kill him. Or I could just keep Dripfalling him like indefinitely as well. Ritual here. This is another instance of Quick being actively bad. Not that bad though, to be fair. The Dripfall enemies until I can just find a better option strat. This is tough though. Putting these two drags up here is bad because it does actually force Seraph up here to spawn a 15-3 that I have to deal with, so that was a mistake. I cannot let a 15 times 2 go through. We might just be in an unwinnable spot though here. Hang on. I have to vent this floor next turn, right? I have to vent this floor next turn. I think I just play Vent Memento Mori on this floor next turn, which means that I should just move another heavy down. Like I just keep this guy in limbo. And I use my spells to clean up these guys. Because if that wave goes through, I die, of course. And then host first. Memento Mori and Vent. I can also just Dripfall and keep kicking the can. If I let you go, I take 20? This floor is mostly dead though. Wickless Baron kills 2 of them now, which is good. Like the other option here is to just double Dripfall, play Vent, and I think that play is better. I don't think I care about that 10-52. I think he just hits me for 20 and it's fine. Super interesting. I thought about removing Dripfalls in this run, and I'm glad that I didn't, because they ended up being basically the only thing keeping us in it. This definitely kills Seraph. No doubt in my mind we kill Seraph with this. Might even gain health. Not quite. But yeah. A much more coherent run, and it's, again, one of the things that I find very frustrating about this game. It's entirely in the way the upgrade system works, right? There's one of the reasons that I find that this game is less decision intense than Slay the Spire is just because it comes down to hitting the correct upgrade sometimes. Like if we don't hit that multi-strike early, then we're just kind of doomed, right? We have to go to a bunch of steel shops and our deck doesn't get to just focus on removing down to 18 cards and hitting the consistency we need. So, I don't know. You can argue that maybe you just make plans that don't revolve around hitting a specific upgrade, but how? Like what do you do on that first run? I don't know. That's why Stygian is so good. Stygian feels really good because I think that 3 of the 4 upgrades are useful on all other units. Right, you can make multi-strike work on either of the Sirens, you can make quick work on any of the sweep units, you can make endless work on the Shark, and you can make large stone work on anyone. Whereas like melting, you don't really have, it's just multi-strike, right? Large stone's kind of bad, because like melting is a super space reliant clan. You have a lot of drags to start with, and endless I guess is good if you have a tomb or an imp, but on that first run, we had a stealth tomb, but that's not the sort of thing that you put endless on and then save yourself, so I don't know. Tough, but it happens. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.